Tia Mowry finding out how rough them streets really are. Now available in paperback and Kindle, All About Marilyn. Learn all about the struggles of a faded former teen sitcom star in this absolutely fabulous 5-star screenplay. Get All About Marilyn in paperback and Kindle on Amazon.com today. Better get the coleslaw, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue. Recently, Tia Mowry took to social media to make a video to talk about how bad things are going as related to her returning to the social marketplace.
It got worse,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's about to get worser. Oh! It got worser. It got worser.
Now, in a short video that Tia Mowry presented on her Instagram and her TikTok, she tried to play off all of the disasters that she was having in her misadventures in the dating scene. Now, in this short video, Tia Mowry states that things got worse, and then they got worser as related to her mishaps in the dating scene. And in that video, she put up several captions talking about issues she's run into with the men she's tried to go out here and get involved with, and talked about having to deal with love bombing, gaslighting, and emotional unavailability. Now, this is what happens when a woman enters into the modern social marketplace, and Tia Mowry is getting a rude awakening as she's called herself having her turn and going out to go into the world of dating in the 21st century. And in that 21st century dating marketplace, Tia Mowry has learned the hard way that things are not as good as she thought they would be when she went out here and filed for divorce from her husband of 14 years, Corey Hardrick. Now, Tia Mowry thought that once she was going to divorce Corey Hardrick, she would have an opportunity to enter the social marketplace and be considered a high-value woman because she was a celebrity, and she thought that because she was a celebrity that there would be a whole pool of simps looking to go out here and get involved with her. However, as Tia Mowry has entered into the social marketplace, she has learned the hard way that she is not the high-value woman that she thought she was. No, what she's learned is that she basically has a social marketplace value lower than a $5 food stamp without the book. And the reason why Tia Mowry's social marketplace value basically dropped to the value of a $5 food stamp without the book is due to her character, because most men, when they heard that Tia Mowry basically divorced her husband of 14 years, Corey Hardrick, because she wanted to get her turn, what that did was turn most of the men of character off, because most of those men then realized that Tia Mowry wasn't a woman they could trust to have a relationship with, because most of those men saw the way Corey Hardrick was done, and when they saw Corey Hardrick done dirty by Tia Mowry, they realized that if they got involved with a relationship with her, there is a high chance they would get done dirty by Tia Mowry. And that's where Tia Mowry basically wound up on a low value in the social marketplace to being worth less than a $5 food stamp without the book in the dating marketplace, because once most men assessed Tia Mowry's values and character, most men really wanted nothing to do with Tia Mowry, because Tia Mowry basically, again, destroyed her marriage for an arbitrary reason, and the main reason why many men do enter the social marketplace is to look for a woman who they would consider to be a wife. But Tia Mowry wasn't looking to be a wife anymore. No, she was looking for her turn, and as she looks for her turn, what's happening to Tia Mowry is she's getting turned out by all of the leftover men who are a part of the social marketplace. Because when a woman is 45 years old and a divorced mother of two, she doesn't have the dating options that a girl who is 18 to 24 years old has. Now, Tia Mowry, like many feminist indoctrinated women, like I talk about in my books, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single and The Woman Crisis, believe that they are still at the same age that they were when they were younger. And they believe that they still are as attractive as they were when they were younger. But the thing that turns most men off isn't their looks. No, what turns most men off are the values and character that a woman like Tia Mowry has. And again, like I stated before, most men don't trust Tia Mowry and they want absolutely nothing to do with her. But Tia thinks that she can enter the social marketplace, and she thought there were going to be a whole host of guys looking to go out here and check for her. But most guys, again, have checked out. And as they've checked out, she's been out here looking to try to call herself going out here dating. And as she's gone out here dating, she has found that there aren't many options outside of old Pookie, old Ray Ray, old Jaheim, and a whole assortment of simps who used to watch her on Sister Sister. And what's happening to her as she says she is being love-bombed, gaslit, and going out here and being taken and guys trying to play her, is that she's finding out that these guys are not really the kind of guys she really would want to get involved with. Now, your love bombers are basically your thirsty dudes. These were the guys who basically were watching Sister Sister with a bottle of lotion and are looking to get with their fantasy of the character she played on the TV show. And then there are the gaslighters, who basically are the whoremonger males, who again also are looking to find a way to get a taste of the atomic waste, as they hope that Tia Mowry will go out here and drop the skid mark celebrity Victoria's Secret thong, and they will be able to get a taste of the atomic waste on their carbon rods, and thinking that they may get a chance to get with a movie star. That's what the love bombers and the gaslighters are doing. Meanwhile, the emotionally unavailable guys, these are the guys who basically, again, they don't really care about anything at this point. These are the guys who are extremely jaded and cynical, and they don't want to be open to connect with a woman at all. And again, these are the bottom of the barrel guys that Tia Mowry is finding in the social marketplace. And this is what happens when a woman goes outside the order of God and does not appreciate how the Most High has blessed her. Now, Tia Mowry, a couple of months ago, went out here and said that God was with her when she divorced her husband, but we can clearly see from what's happening as she's been wandering in the wilderness of the social marketplace that she was the one who walked away from God, and she walked away from the abundant life that God blessed her with Corey Hardrick, where she had a husband who loved her, a husband who cared about her, a husband who was looking to grow old with her and follow the Bible by staying with the wife of his youth. And instead of her appreciating what God has given her, what happened was Tia Mowry possibly got involved with some ratchet females who gassed her head up, told her that she could go out here and do better, and put her on a quest for what I talk about in my book, The Woman Crisis, the quest for the better deal. And as Tia Mowry wanted to go on this quest for the better deal, what she did was believe that she needed to have her turn to live the life that she wants. And what she wanted to do was walk away from everything as related to the abundant life that God had given her. And when she walked away from the life that God had given her, she thought she could find better outside of God, and wound up wandering in this wilderness. And as she's wandered in this wilderness, her life has gotten worse because she walked outside of the order of God, and now she's dealing with the chaos of the social marketplace and finding out that she has no real value to any of these leftover males in that marketplace, and no males in that marketplace even want to get with her outside of saying that they were able to go out here and again get this celebrity to drop the celebrity Victoria's Secret or Fredericks of Hollywood thong and allow them to put their carbon rod in some celebrity atomic waste from the special place. Again, that's a fall from grace from Tia Mowry, who again was under the grace of the Messiah and the Most High and was blessed in a good marriage, but didn't appreciate what she had. And because she didn't appreciate what she had, she thought she could go out here and do better. But what she's found is that there was nothing better out there. And this is what I said way back last year when she announced that this divorce, that she was not going to find anything better as related to a man out here, and she wasn't going to find anything better out here because those guys that are out here in her age range, they are again not anybody that's of quality. Again, the only guys that are left when a woman gets older in the pool of simps are the guys who are just the most desperate of all. The only guys out here are, again, the thirsty dudes doing the love bombing and overcompensating by buying lots of gifts to cover up their inability to have a relationship because these guys basically are abusive and controlling. The gaslighters who basically are looking to gas a woman's head up in the hopes of getting her to drop the Fredericks of Hollywood thong, or the guys who are out here and they just are emotionally unavailable because they've already got a woman that they want. And if they're out here, they're looking for a woman on the side. And then you have the dudes who basically are ghosting. And again, the guys who are ghosting basically have better options. And that's the big blow to Tia Mowry's ego, to think somebody would want to go out here and pass by an actress who was on a primetime TV show. That's a major blow to her ego. But that's how things go when a woman gets older, and that's why you want to stay with the husband of your youth, because the husband of your youth is the man who can go out here and look out for you and also look out for your children, because a 45-year-old woman like Tia Mowry should be going out to dinner with her husband, not looking for some man in some bar or some club or even on some online dating site, because that's really showing that she's basically at the bottom of the barrel. And again, this is what happened to Tia Mowry. She went from being a woman who had all of the success that a woman could have, because a woman's success is not her job, not her money, but if she's married and has a family. And if you go out here and throw away your success to try to go out here and get what the feminists say is success in trying to get a better man, what happens to that woman is oftentimes she finds that there are no men, because the pool of men basically dries up for women Tia Mowry's age, because most of the men who were out here, most of those guys who were quality, basically went out here and got married, built their families up, and are at home at Tia Mowry's age. And those women basically are preparing to get their kids ready for graduation at Tia Mowry's age. And if they are a little older, they're getting ready to get their kids again ready for college. So they're basically getting their kids ready for school, and then they're going out and possibly having date nights with their husband. And as they're having date nights out with their husband, they're counting their blessings. They don't have to enter the social marketplace and compete with younger women, because they know that if they have to compete with younger women, they know that they really are out of their league, and the only guys that they can go out here and get are the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the guys who basically are at the bottom of the barrel. And again, that's something every woman wants to avoid. That's why women go out here and get married, because they don't want to be in the bottom of the social marketplace dealing with the bottom of the barrel guys. And that's where Tia Mowry wound up putting herself into, and again, winding up taking herself out of a home with a husband to bust downtown in apartment 3D. And as she's been living in bust downtown, she's learning the hard way that her social marketplace value is 50, 60, 70, even 50% off the original social marketplace price, and finding out that there are no high-value men who shopping around Bust Downtown. No, just old simps and tricks. And the saddest part is that Tia Mowry listened to the tricks of old feminists and tricked herself out of a home with a husband. And now she's learning the hard way that the dating marketplace isn't a place you want to be. Yeah, Tia Mowry thinks that she missed out on the dating world in her teen years, but she didn't understand how God had blessed her not to be a part of any of that, because that whole world basically traumatizes and scars lots of people as they have bad experiences, and she was blessed to have had a good experience that led to her having an abundant life. But instead, she wanted to experience the dating world, but the dating world is something most women don't want to experience for long. And the faster they can go out here and get married and find a husband, most women leave the dating marketplace, and they leave the dating marketplace and never come back. But now Tia Mowry has gone in to experience the dating world, and what she's found out is that she's for the streets, and them streets ain't a nice place to be. Now, them streets are rough when a girl is in her teen years, and they get a whole lot rougher. And for an older woman, they get even rougher than that, because there's stiff competition for the few pookies and ray-rays that are left over. And again, not many options for those women in Bust Downtown. And as they find that there are next to no options, that's where they learn the hard way that they should have appreciated the good men in their lives when they were younger, because the options aren't really there. And Tia Mowry basically now is possibly looking at her husband and regretting walking out on that man, because she went from being a wife who was living a blessed life to becoming a woman in crisis who was another one of the 70% of black women who are single and will wind up single for the rest of their lives. Now, if you want to avoid the paradigm of failure that Tia Mowry fell into, you can pick up my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find Why 70% of Black Women Are Single at other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. And if you want to learn why women like Tia Mowry wind up in Bust Downtown, you can pick up my book, The Woman Crisis, and you can find that book in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find it at other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, Google Play, and Barnes & Noble. And if you'd like to see me doing more videos taking celebrities to the barbecue, you can send a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Come on down to Bust Downtown, where you can get a date for 50, 60, 70, even 80% off the original social marketplace price.
Now available for the first time in paperback, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single. Learn all the reasons why so many black women can't find a husband, why 70% of black women are single. Get your copy of Why 70% of Black Women Are Single on Amazon.com today.
Now available in paperback and e-readers, all about Nikki, A Fabulous First Season. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air meets Clueless in this absolutely fabulous African-American 1990s teen sitcom. Get all 13 episodes of All About Nikki, The Fabulous First Season in paperback and e-readers today. Support Black-owned and Black-operated digital broadcast media. www.niceradionetwork.com. Nice Radio Network, broadcasting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.